Chapter 1, Part 2 of Nana by Émile Zola, translated by Bertrand Rasco. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. 1, Part 2. "But I know her," cried Steiner as soon as he saw Fauchery. "I have certainly seen her somewhere. At the casino, I think. And she was so drunk that she got locked up." "Well, I'm not quite sure," said the journalist. "I'm like you. I have certainly met her somewhere." He lowered his voice and added with a laugh, "At old Tricot's, I dare say." "Of course, in some vile place," exclaimed Mignon, who seemed exasperated. "It is disgusting to see the public welcome in such a way the first filthy wench that offers. Soon there will not be a respectable woman left on the stage. Yes, I shall have to forbid Rose playing any more." Fauchery could not repress a smile. Meanwhile, the heavily shod crowd continued to pour down the stairs, and a little man in a cap said in a drawling voice, "Oh my, she is plump. You could eat her." In the lobby, two young men, with their hair exquisitely curled and looking very stylish, with their stuck-up collars turned slightly down in front, were quarreling. One kept saying, "Vile, vile," without giving any reason, whilst the other retaliated with, "Stunning, stunning," equally disdaining to explain. La Valoise liked her immensely. He, however, only ventured to observe that she would be much better if she cultivated her voice. Then Steiner, who had left off listening, seemed to wake up with a start. They must wait, though. Perhaps in the next acts everything would come to grief. The audience, though very lenient so far, was not yet smitten with the piece. Mignon swore no one would sit it through, and as Fauchery and La Valoise left them to go into the saloon, he took hold of Steiner's arm, and pressing close up to his shoulder, whispered in his ear, "Old boy, come and see my wife's costume for the second act. It is the limit." Upstairs, the foyer was brilliantly illuminated by 3 crystal gaseliers. The two cousins paused for a moment. The glass doors, standing wide open, showed them a wave of heads, which 2 contending currents whirled about in a continual eddy. They entered. 5 or 6 groups of men, talking and gesticulating earnestly, stood their ground in spite of the crush, while others were walking up and down in rows, now and again turning sharply on their heels, which resounded on the waxed boards. To the right and left, women, occupying the red velvet seats placed between the jasper columns, watched the crowd as it passed with a weary air, as if exhausted by the intense heat. And behind them could be seen their chignons in the tall glasses decorating the walls. At the end of the saloon, a man with a very big belly was standing at the bar drinking a glass of syrup. Fauchery had gone out on the balcony to get a breath of fresh air,